Hello and welcome back to Court Farm Country Estate. It's our final chance to earn some money on home farm, so we're cutting the grass on the meadow for silage before taking a couple of harvesting contracts and selling the milk. Let's get farming. So we're getting quite close to the end of our time here on Court Farm. I am sad to be moving on, in all fairness. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to what we have planned with the Western Wilds. Looking with the delays I've had the last couple of weeks, that's starting on Saturday at this point. So hopefully the final 2 episodes of this series will be today and Thursday. Let's hook this all up. But yeah, we need to squeeze as much money out of this as we possibly can. As a result, we do need to get this final cut of silage done. And it's very similar to our previous ones. I'm intrigued to see if it has an increase in the amount that we make with this time compared to previous yields. Is that all connected up? I think that is. Let's have a check. Yeah, that looks all connected up. So we'll head out to the field here and start getting everything set up. Oh, I've unfolded the back. That's okay. Should be all right. Just need to unfold the front as well. There we are. And as normal, we're starting up this top corner here. Little bit of mud kicking around. In fact, yeah, tractor is already very muddy and is sliding sideways. Oh, I'm not going to miss the mud on here. The mud mod is great, but some of the patches of mud here are just absolutely massive. Right, Control B, turn everything on. Control V, drop everything down. And away we go. Getting some grass to make some silage with again. Before we continue, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create my own custom line of PCs suitable for everybody from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. Apex Gaming PCs are offering up to $250 off your next purchase just by using my link in the description below. So go check them out. Now, you might have noticed in my introduction that I didn't mention 2 things that we normally do when we do the silage bales. And to be honest, there's a reason for this, and it's a reason where I would kind of like to have picked up earlier in this series. We don't need to roll this field. I went over this previously. Even if I was continuing, I would no longer be rolling this field because there is no point to it with precision farming. It adds nothing to the field. It doesn't let you cut the field any earlier or anything like that. It is just, yeah, it just adds nothing to it. So there's no point in doing it really. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to leave the bales on this field to ferment. And that way we can go and pick them up and start and make the most amount of money from them. We can go round and we can take them to the place that's actually going to make us the most money, rather than worrying about dropping them off today to somewhere that won't. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave them all here, and then we're going to do this massive bale collection next time. We're going to collect up and sell all these straw bales that we've got across various fields. You can see them there in field 109 and over there in the distance as well. And we'll collect all those up and sell them. We're going to sell all the silage bales off here. And we're probably going to go and sell any remaining silage bales and straw bales and hay bales we have kicking around the farm as well. I want to make as much money off here as I possibly can when we end, and see if we can actually pay off this loan without selling the entire farm off. Our tractor at the moment is in a little bit of a need to repair, and it's struggling, especially on the slopes of this field. Yeah, we're just below halfway. I think we've got about 45%, and the power level drop is really noticeable. We're sort of chugging along here at 4 or 5 miles an hour. If I go up a little bit, it's actually doing a little bit better. But yeah, it's not overly happy, the tractor, at the moment. Let's lift that there and come out the ends. Quite nicely doing this field, but I think the tractor is struggling a little bit at the moment. Also having a weird thing happen with my gears. I think I need to rework my controls a little bit, but yeah, otherwise things are going well. Both of our mowers are down. Yeah, and we've got the headlands finished, so we are going to work our way from the top end of the field here all the way down to the bottom. And that should give us a nice, easy way for us to get all this cut. I think 2 headlands, yeah, is just about enough for us to turn around. So that should work pretty well. I noticed with interest that the linseed in 59 and 84, both of those have yet to be harvested. And I'm kind of wondering if there is a possibility that they might be available to harvest. Maybe we can get the combine out for one last time today. 88, no, 91. So it looks like, oh no, 59. I've got the number wrong. Right, let's have a look at that again. Is 59 available to harvest? It is. It isn't worth a huge amount of money, but we would get a little bit of extra linseed if we were to go and do that. As well as 84, I think was the other one. Yes, so both fields are able to harvest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the ones for those. So 59 linseed, we will accept that contract. And 84, the linseed, we will accept that contract. And then we've got those 2 contracts sitting there. If we get the chance today, I think we might go and get those. Get the combine out for one last go and see if we can actually make a little bit of extra cash from 2 fields that border right on the edge of our farm. I was saying earlier about this tractor being a little bit underpowered. It's not feeling it quite so much anymore. I think I may just have been in the wrong gear. We are at 6th gear, and yeah, it seems to be functioning fairly normally. So we'll put the front mower down, line ourselves up, go in with the back, and yeah, up here I'm a little bit slower, but I'm not doing the 4 miles an hour I was doing in the lower gears, and we've still got a decent amount of revs on the engine. So yeah, I think I was just in the wrong gear for doing this job. Final little triangle, and the field seems mainly unchanged from the last time we cut it. Very, very similar yield across the whole thing. So not too bad. We've got a high 80s, mid 90s environmental score on here. So I don't think it's that bad at all. We just need to finish this off. The worst place we've got in bad environment score actually is over with the sheep. So the 2 areas we've got over there are actually showing environment scores now. And if we have a look at it, yeah, we've got a 38 on the sheep field, and we've got a 34 on there. Actually, we've got a 41 on here. I'm kind of wondering how much it would cost to purchase the soil information. I think we might make a decent amount of cash. Oh, I don't know if it'll be an extra 3,500, but that is dragging our overall score down. Yeah, to 74. I would like to get that higher, but the cost of purchasing that would be 350. Yes, I might as well do that. The cost of purchasing this, that would be 3,500. And the cost of purchasing this, That would be, yeah. So purchasing those two is worth doing. Purchasing this is quite a lot of cost. But I am going to do it. I want to be complete here, and I want to have everything up. So yes. Now, the trouble with that is that, as you can see here, it's the nitrogen and the pH value. In the case of this field here, with these here, it's yeah, very similar story. It has risen our overall pH, our overall score though. And if I select that, we're now up to 80, which is a lot better. Not perfect, and we're probably not going to see that 5,000, 5,000 that we've just spent returned. But I think it's still wise to have everything done like that. In fact, we might, with the cost of what we're going to make of the silage, that might actually have been worth doing. Give this a quick wash down so that we can put it all away. And that will be a nice little clean off of here. We're going to have milk. We're going to have bales. We're going to have linseed. All of that to sell next time. We're probably going to jump forward a few months. I'll be keeping my eye on the prices as we do. But both the linseed and the oats hit best price around about January time. Similar sort of story with the silage. That normally hits about December, January time. So what I'll be looking to do is find the best price between all of them. If they hit a really good price around then that will be great. We'll sell everything at the same time. And it's very possible we could hit best price with both the silage and the linseed and the oats in December. And if that's the case, that is when I will sell everything. But it's definitely going to be a time jump. We won't be doing anything in October or November on here. And yeah, the more money we can make, the more successful this is going to be. And we will get to the point where I think we will try and just pay off the loan, and we'll see how much we have to do to get that loan paid off. How much of what we have on the farm we have to sell, how much land or animals or yeah, everything like that we have to sell off in order to actually make the money we need to finish this off without anything hanging over our heads. As the time comes up to 10:30 though, we have the baler ready. We're gonna wrap some silage bales, and yeah, I'm gonna do my favorite thing to do with the baler right now. We're gonna time lapse this. I think I will be surprised if we have enough off this final row to make another one. We might do. There's not a huge amount kicking around, but I don't know if it's enough to actually get this last bale done. We've got this one here. If it gets close, we're gonna have to go and grab all the little bits and pieces that we've got hanging around this field. And no, this is gonna take us up to about 33%. So yeah, about a third of a bale. There is not enough for that around the field, so I'm going to move this off. And as I said, we are going to leave these bales on this field to ferment. What that does mean is that it's 10 past 12 and we've got the chance to go and harvest some fields. So I absolutely thought that my harvesting had ended on here. But with those 2 contracts kicking about, we're in fairly good shape to go and get those done. So what I'm going to do, park this up here and get this washed down quickly, and then we'll grab the combine. We'll use our little Massey Ferguson for this, grab the combine, and yeah, we'll get an unexpected harvest in. I was not expecting to be having to get the combine out again so soon. I really thought we'd finish with it. So that's why I've got this little trailer in the way. I might be able to actually put this in this barn over here for now, in the way of the mulcher, because, well, the mulcher would be used in the new year if we were continuing. We're not going to be using it again for now. In fact, might be able to get it a little bit closer to the weeds, the weeding spray, the herbicide. That's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, get out of the way in here. I mean, you're always moving stuff around in the farmyard. That's one of the things I love about home farm, is the fact that the yard is small enough that you do have to make some interesting choices to where to park what in order to actually be able to fully utilize the yard. All right, let's pull this out here and get it so that yeah, I am amazed. I did not think that these 2 contracts were going to come up. They hadn't come up last time, so I was surprised when they've come up today. We really want to be getting into these by 1 o'clock though. We'll go and do the closest one. Oh, and yeah, I'm gonna need, before we put the header on this, to go and refill the combine with some fuel. Should be fine. I think we've got plenty of fuel in the tank to do this. So, oh wow, we've only got 300 liters. That might be enough to get our combine going. If we put, let's put 250 liters in it, like that. See how full we are. That should be enough to get the combine going. Bring it up to connect to the header, like so, and on. Connect up that. Back it into the barn a bit. I think this header will get down the side of the cow barn and go through the field we've just gone through. I'm trying to get this to go down there with as little mud as possible, and this is the least muddy route. I think we're going to get a little bit, but if I go slowly through it, it might not put too much mud on my combine. Oh no, look at that. Oh man, that just got really dirty really quickly through there. I've turned off the straw swath because we're not going to be making bales from this field. We should be able to get through this gateway fine though. So, why can't I turn everything on? Let's try that. There we go. Pressure on, combine on. Right, let's go and cut some unexpected linseed. The yield on here is not bad. We are 65% full and we're about 2/3 of the way through the field. We got 20% of the field, or 20% of the contracts done, just going this far round. That's pretty incredible, actually. I'm slightly surprised by that. So we are going to be about 40% of this contract done, just doing 2 headlands, and I like to do 3 of them. So that surprises me. We're up to 80%. We'll make it up here. We should make it to be able to turn around and start coming back the other way, because we'll need that to empty. There we are, up to the point where we came into the field. We'll go a little bit further along actually, because there's a little bit missed there. Right. And then we'll head down the headlands the other way. Oh, it's not going to be an easy turn, this. There we go. And down and cut. Yeah. But we don't want to get too close. I think actually we can hold more than two. Yeah, we can hold more than two full tanks on here. So we'll go up to the 6,000 mark and we'll stop there and we'll empty out to that point. There we are, 6,000 litres, auger out. And then we'll bring the tractor and trailer underneath, get this emptied. And yeah, that's our first tank off the combine. Into the trailer. And first load of linseed off here. Now, how much linseed do we need to deliver to complete this contract? Let's put the details on. 30,000 litres of linseed. So I think that's going to be just over 2 full trailers of linseed that we need to get off here just to complete the contract. And that's going to be quite a bit of delivery. So I'm going to keep that going. We'll keep filling this up. We're going to put this into our own silo. So we'll tip that there. And then when we come to do all the selling off in January, we'll make sure we drop off the linseed for these contracts first. We're 40% done on the field now, and we are into the 3rd headland. I'm just going to take again this up to 6,000 litres. I think that is probably going to fill our trailer. And I think we might get up to actually the end of this field before that happens. Yeah. In fact, I think we're going to get beyond this corner. So that's not too bad. That tells me if we cut in that we should be all right as well. It's going fairly well. Pretty good yield off here. We are getting what? 13 tons a hectare, which is not bad at all. This is almost 6,000. There we go. And it looks like 6,000 actually can take a little bit more than that. Maybe 6,200 based on this. Let's empty this out though. There we are. And yeah, we'll see how far short it is. But yeah, I think we're going to be at like 98% on 2 lots of just over 6,000 litres. Coming up to it. There we go. 95%. So yeah, I think this trailer we can go a little bit more with. In fact, I think that combine only holds 6,200 litres. So I think we might be able to actually take full tanks off that combine and not have to stop earlier like I have been. I love the sounds on this mod. It is an absolutely amazing sounding mod. I spent a lot of time on combines of this era, and it really sounds like you're in one of them. It's really immersive and really cool to be in this cab. Absolutely love it. And yeah, just sounds completely brilliant. We are gonna start cutting in now. We are 51% of the way through this, having done just 3 headlands, which is very interesting. Let's bring this round. I want to do this at 150 because I know the bottom line of this field is 130 degrees. Sorry, is 330. So we want to basically go 180 from that, from this, which, yeah, is 150. It's not a perfect cut-in. I went in a row too early by the looks of things. So I'm going to end up this side doing the next cut-in, because if I don't, I think I'm going to have a problem. Although, in fact, I think I might be all right. I think we're going to end up emptying before the end of this row. And if that's the case, we'll empty here and then cut in on the next row. That will give us 2.5 full 1.5 full trailers. Oh, we're going to have a bit to clear up here as well. But, yeah, let's get to fairly close to being full. So that will do. That's 4 liters shy of being full. And then I can empty out and we don't end up stopping everything on the combine then. We end up being able to just continue on afterwards without having to restart the thresher and worry about all that. And we've got to get, as I said, we've got to get, well, at 12,000 liters a trailer, we're gonna have to get 2 1/3 trailers off here in order to actually complete this contract. Thankfully, both these contracts deliver to the same place. They've both got to go down to town stores, and if previous history is anything to go by, that's likely where we're going to be selling our linseed anyway, which would be really good. It would be great to be able to run all of the linseed to one place and just keep unloading it until we are complete. We'll have to see how things go, though. We are up to nearly 2/3 full, and we are coming up to 2/3 of the way through the contract. Of course, the contract's going to stop at 80% until we actually deliver anything. So we're maybe a little bit further through it than 2/3 at the moment. Either way, it's pretty good. We're getting a fairly decent yield off here, and I think we should have a nice little bit extra left over for ourselves as well. So this is our second full trailer done off this field. Just topping things off. Should have, yeah, 12,398, so 12,400 liters roughly. And, well, with quite a fair amount of field to go. We only need another 2/3 of a tank in order to complete the contract. And, yeah, there's easily that there plus some. We might even be lucky enough to get another trailer's worth, complete trailer's worth off here, which would be even better. I've just noticed something that I think is actually pretty important, and we might take a break from finishing this field in order to go and do it. And I think if I go and do this, I'm going to have to abandon 84 completely. And that is the price of milk is currently above its high point, and it's falling, and we've got 8,865 liters to sell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my combine off. We're going to jump in the fent here and just quickly hook that up to our trailer over here and go and sell that milk. We are trying to get the best price we can. The price that we're getting for that milk is better than, well, it's more than we're going to get for these two contracts combined. So I don't mind abandoning the contract on field 84 to go and do that. But yeah, that is quite something. Where is our loading point for the milk? That has got to be water here, that there. Milk must be so. Oh, milk is there. Right. Let's go load this trailer up and get this milk sold. Because, yeah, £12,000 right now would be really, really good. And yeah, our milk point is here. We've got a couple of cows in the way. They'll move. Right. We should be able to just fill this up. Yeah, with milk like that. And we can take 6,000 litres, so this is going to take a couple of trips. And we're delivering this down to Sophie's Sweet Treats Bakery, which is just here. We need to, well, avoid the cars. Then what I'll do is I'll pull into the entrance here. That will have to wait. And we'll just reverse this, oh wow, through this very tight gate. Oh, the gate, all the gates on here are really tight. I'm very pleased I don't have a big milk lorry or anything, because I'd have never got it through there. And even so, my trailer's gone a bit wild. So, wow, the cars are moving really fast and have almost taken me out. But we're backed up. And we should be able to unload this here, I think. Will this unload here? No. There we go. Just needed to get it over the trigger properly. And that is 8,300 plus 751 in environmental reward. Fantastic. Let's go and get the rest of our milk and get that sold too. So back into the cow field, see if we can load up the rest. I think there's only about 2,000 litres in here. Bring it round. It's not an easy place to get to. None of the milk stuff actually around here is that easy. Oh, wow, that's nearly 3,000 litres. So that's just under another half a tanker. That's brilliant. I did not quite expect it to be that much. And I think this is going to bring in more than the entirety of the contracts that we were doing, just taking this little bit. So that's why I'm running this down. I'm still planning to complete Field 59 today, but I don't think we're going to be able to get anywhere near Field 84. Back down to Sophie's Bakery, and I'm going to go out wide. Look at the speed with which those cars come around that corner. And yeah, we are not in the right position. This is not a nice gateway to get in at all. Wow, everything is still so very, very tight on here. We'll do it. But this tractor is about the biggest tractor I'd want on this map. I cannot see more than this being useful. There are just so many gateways, so many entryways on this map you could not get into with a bigger tractor than this. Empty out this milk, last of it. And yeah, that should be pretty good. We might have a bit more. £4,000 for that, plus 358. Not bad at all. I just need to maneuver this tractor out of here now, which is going to be interesting. And then, yeah, I want to get up to the field, get that all finished off before the sun sets. The sunsets on this map are pretty amazing. I mean, just the deep, deep red that covers the map is amazing. And look at that. You can see over there the windmill sort of set behind that sunset is just absolutely amazing. The beauty of this map cannot be understated. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous map to work. It is going to be more than a full tank that we get off the remains of this field. We're coming up to that first full tank now. There we go. So we'll stop that. We'll pull in our Massey. Need to get some lights on this to be able to see what we're doing. But all in all, that seems to be going fairly well. Look at that. There is a decent amount left on here. I'm slightly surprised by how much we have. Let's unload this then. And then we can start everything back up. And we'll be able to finish this off as the sun sets here. However, as it's getting quite dark and quite hard to see, I'm going to leave this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.